I taking video?
Figure out to compensate for it.
Yeah, all the time.
Bye, Mr. M. Have a good weekend.
And here's like the beard.
I don't know if that looks like me, guys.
I did at one point.
Why, good morning everyone, it is Monday. It is about 9:30. I'm supposed to be in school, but I'm not. Actually, I'm not supposed to be in school. There is park testing going on. So I get today, Monday, and the next day, Tuesday, off in the beginning portion of the day. I have to be at school at 10:30. But it's 9:30 right now, so I still got time to get to school. I love having more time to get ready and sleep and whatnot. It makes me happy. And now with that said, I need to actually get to school. I'm gonna be late. First bike ride of the year. I'm not ready for this. Can't say this bike ride's turning out too well. I'm about 3 miles in. I'm walking now till I get to the road at least, which isn't too far away. Also, ignore my crappy helmet. My actual helmet got ruined, so I have to buy a new one. Every time I go biking, it's gonna rain. What the heck? Just got some cavities done. My face feels so weird. I can't feel my lip, my nose, or it feels weird. So anyway, last vlog I talked about a lot of things, including my car situation, and I kind of ended the vlog with me going to go see a car in it not working out, and I want to explain that. So first of all, you know, I was taking a look at a 2001 Dodge Intrepid. It's a decent car. I mean, there's nothing exactly special about it, but I saw it and it seemed like a pretty decent deal. I found it on Craigslist, and Craigslist is really where I've been looking. I know there are like car apps and stuff on phones and whatnot, but I found that Craigslist can have some pretty good deals. Now, of course, Craigslist can also have some pretty sketchy people though, and this is where the problem is. So I found the 2001 Dodge Intrepid. It was like $2,000. It seemed like a pretty decent deal. It only had 89,000 miles on it, and honestly kind of seemed like it was a little bit of a too good of a deal. I talked to the guy a little bit. Turns out it was a dealer, like a dealership, and I was like, okay, I'll go check it out. It was in Newark, so not exactly the best place, but I went to go check it out, and I met the guy. He showed me the car. The car seemed relatively good. I mean, it seemed pretty clean. Everything was as said in the description on Craigslist. Problem started off that there was no inspection sticker. And that's not a huge deal. I mean, some dealerships and some places that you're gonna buy cars won't have inspection stickers. And that was fine. But my dad has a little computer that lets you plug into your car. And if you don't know, a car has a computer to utilize all the sensors. And it turns out the computer was wiped, meaning there's something wrong with the car, but they wiped the computer, so we don't know what's wrong with it. So pretty much my dad and I looked at the guy and were like, okay, what's the problem? And the guy was like, no problem. He was like, it's all good. There's no check engine light. He didn't understand our dilemma, which our dilemma was the computer was wiped, meaning there's something wrong with the car that he's trying to hide or someone else is trying to hide. And whether he knew that problem or not, he did not communicate it and wouldn't say. All he said was no check engine light. No check engine light. It's all good. When in all actuality, there's no inspection sticker. So I am gonna have to go get this car inspected, and it might not pass because we don't know what's wrong with it. And I have no problem working and trying to fix a car, but the fact is I don't know what's wrong. It could be something so little. Maybe I just need to fix one little wire. Or maybe you have to replace an entire piece that's gonna cost $1,000. I don't know. And at that point, I was like, okay, you know what? We need time to think about this. We left. Never going back again. And I pretty much think the lesson that can be learned here is dealerships can be really sketchy. But with that said, my last car, I did not get with a dealership. I got from a private owner. But I actually did buy a car. A few days after going to Newark looking at the 2001 Dodge Intrepid, I found another car from a dealership right down the road from me. And this dealership was pretty good. I mean, it's not like a full-time dealership. There's only like 1 or 2 guys that own it. But still, like, they're kind of like a family-known company or something around here. I don't know. They have a good reputation, so I was fine going to go take a look at another car that they had there. I was once looking at a 2001 Chrysler Sebring. I don't know how to say that. It looked pretty decent, but by the time I got there, turns out it was already sold. But just a day later, or day after I should say, there was a 2001 Plymouth Neon, and I bought it. So I completely realized this car is gonna need a little TLC. I mean, it's dirty. For some reason, this gas cap won't stay shut, so I gotta fix that. There's a little crack down there, and just as dirty, really. So besides that, I mean, relatively, it's in pretty decent shape. I will have to be replacing the brakes on this car relatively soon, but the tires are pretty new. This need all cleaning up. The inside is pretty good. Oh, there also is this little mark here. Besides gonna be needing a little bit of work with some minor things, and especially the brakes. It's in pretty decent condition. I bought it for $2,200, and I'm not really gonna have to put that much more money into it. Right now it's fully functioning. I can drive it. In fact, I'll be driving it in roughly like 20 minutes when I end up leaving. I have 30-day license plates on it, so I'll have to get those replaced relatively soon. And I actually do have to go to inspection to get this car inspected. It only has an inspection sticker good for another month. But hey, I checked the computer and stuff. I think it'll pass completely fine. So to conclude, I guess I'm happy with my car so far. I'll let you know how it is. But yeah, it's good that I now have a car and not gonna crash it this time.